Hello my dear friends, this is PaintyKat. My name is Catherine and today I want to show you my new painting. You can find full, not speed up version of this tutorial on my Patreon. Just follow the link below and we will paint this painting step by step with all comments, with all color mixes and explanation steps. You will see, even if painting looking not easy, very detailed, if you know how to do it, it can be possible even for beginner. This painting I create with acrylic. Also, I wanna let you know it's just a paper, not a canvas. You can paint on a canvas or paper. Paper is just a cheaper and in my view acrylic color spreading better, so it's more easy for beginners. Sketch for this tutorial you can also find on my Patreon. Print it and transfer on a watercolor paper and we can start. Why it's important to transfer sketches? Doesn't matter if it's a sketch from my Patreon or it's your own. It's important because you're not wasting time for sketch drawing. Usually sketch taking 20 minutes, even if it's a simple one. And most effective time you will spend on a drawing, not on a work with paints. We learning how to paint summer landscape, how to paint grass and a lot of flowers in it. So it's very, very, very important to use your time smart. So if it's my sketch, please transfer it on a paper. If it's your own drawing, do the same before we starting to paint. Also, you need to know you will need different brushes for this tutorial. You can find all links down below in my video. Please follow link on Patreon. There you can find links and a photo of materials. In my opinion, it's explained better what I'm using. Different brushes will give you more types of brush strokes, so it's important for grass, for plants and for trees. For example, here you can see clouds. It's flat oval. You can see hills far from us. It's a slanted brush. And in the future, in the end of work, you will see grass painting process. This is a special brushes, zigzag and a fork brush. Today we're gonna paint Provence landscape. So nice to, nice to paint there some lavender field as well, even if it's not a big one. It's just a small one in the center of composition, but this violet color looking so fresh and adorable, I just couldn't evade, couldn't just not use it. I really like this color in the compositions. And also this is Winsor & Newton watercolor set, acrylic set of 24 colors. It's a start one because each tube contains just 10 milliliters of each color. It's not much, right? But trust me, it's enough for creating a lot of compositions. Only one color you can run out. It's a white, titanium white. So I really recommend to you, if you like acrylics, to get big size tube of white. I kind of happy with the quality of this acrylic, and I like very bright and vibrant colors. For example, look, this is Viridian, looking more as emerald, isn't it? But again, all colors very, very beautiful, and it's a lot of shades, so you don't need mix a lot, and this is a nice point because when we're mixing we can easily get some, not pleasant mixes. Clear color from the tube always looking better. In my opinion, better to use emerald green than make a mix blue and a usual green to get it from the mix. Trust me, from the tube color looking much clear and beautiful. Here I'm going to use a different color of plants and bushes. This kind of plants first I find in paintings of Jean-Marc Janjanchik. You can Google. This is a very nice artist. He is from France, and I visited some master classes of this artist. I like his view on nature. He liked to use different colors for bushes, for example pink, orange, yellow in the same summer landscape. He explained it very easy, and in my full time version of this tutorial I explained it as well, so just welcome. I want to let you know this tutorial available from any level on Patreon and Sketch as well, so it's very easy to join me there and to paint it together with me. If you have questions about steps, or you can have a question or issue with your own painting when you're following tutorial, don't be shy to ask me on my Patreon. Also, you can find me on my Facebook and ask if you have any questions. Background and middle ground almost done. Just one more bush left here. And now you can check. You can look how colorful bush is looking. Emerald, crimson red, orange, all together looking actually interesting and fresh. And the main part of the painting, it's a grass. When I was a young student at art school, for me, green grass, green fields was so tricky. I couldn't get how to paint all grass, so many details, just impossible to paint. And with time, I find out that we have actually a special tool to do it, and this is a brush, but not an ordinary brush, not just a watercolor one. It's a different brushes, it have very interesting shapes, and when you find it at store, if you don't have an idea this is for grass or for you will ask yourself, interesting shape. Actually, I think I don't need it, but you do, trust me. Best brush, in my opinion, it's a zigzag brush. All these brushes I use today, it's from set of different brushes. This set have short poles. This set have very affordable price. And if you will find that this brush is good for you, after you can pick up one by one, maybe better quality, maybe with a long poles if you like it more. Long poles good for easels, or when you're painting on easels. It's not very handy for me for video because I have a camera on top, so I like short poles because of this, just because of this. And I'm mixing grass on my palette a little bit, all colors together, just tap on a palette, and after I'm covering paper with this kind of mix and spreading. You can see this brush have unique brush print, very interesting, and it's just fits perfectly for this kind of brush works. Looking easy, isn't it? When I saw first time how our teacher painting grass, I was so surprised. I was waiting she gonna take just a normal round shaped brush and paint grass one by one. I was so surprised when she actually took a very big flat brush with a very strange line. She cut it by herself with the scissors. It was just an ordinary, very big natural Bristol brush. We was working on canvases with oil, and she was painting grass just with one hand move, meters and meters of the grass. It was looking fantastic. Straight after, I understood once how to do it, and I can tell you everyone can do it if having a proper brush shapes. That's it. Same about small beautiful flowers inside. We adding flowers after grass is done. This is acrylic, so it's drying very fast. If you're painting with oil, if you're painting with gouache, artistic gouache, it's also possible because acrylic and gouache have absolutely similar coverage. Difference between is gouache have matte finish and acrylic have glossy finish. That's it. Also, gouache looking lighter in the end when it's absolutely dry. Acrylic not changing colors. So gouache gouache paintings looking more pastel and more soft. If you wanna get back those glossy effect of gouache, you need to use finishing spray. That's it. For acrylic, you can leave acrylic painting without any top cover because acrylic colors are already glossy and it's not changing with time. I'd say at art schools gouache more popular, and actually I'm thinking because of the price gouache just much cheaper here, and I know this paints very well. I paint with it a lot. I'd say it's not a big difference between those two, gouache and acrylic. Again, all tutorials on my channel that painted with gouache. You can paint with acrylic, or again, this tutorial I paint with acrylic, but you can do it with gouache. Very similar paints. Lots of flowers here. Color, actually choose by yourself. You can use just a violet, you can mix violet crimson, you can do as I did here, all colors in the grass. Inside it's orange, yellow, violet, red, purple, all palette I have. Also check this small trick about palette. I have plastic wrap around because I'm lazy, I don't like to clean up my palettes, so I just removing this wrap, making another one, so my palette are absolutely clean, and I don't need to clean it after my work is done. But brushes, be careful about it, because acrylic like to stuck inside of a brush. Be careful, clean it really well. And the last brush I demonstrate in this tutorial, this is a long fork brush, absolutely adorable for grass, and in my full-time tutorial I demonstrated it in all ways to use. I explained how to do consistency of acrylic, mixes of acrylic for it, and you can see now tutorial is done. My paper fixed with paper tape. Be careful when you're removing it. Usually I removing it with a hairdryer. My sign, of course. Let's do some last grasses. That's it. Time to remove paper tape and make some last correction strokes. That's it, my dear friends. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Welcome on my Patreon. Join me on my Facebook. It was a PaintyKat. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.